everyone, I'm Bethany Tusky of Tusky Dressage Classical Horse Training, and today I'm going to give you some tips for getting started with bareback riding, if that's something that you haven't tried before. Bareback riding is a really good way to develop your balance and to increase your understanding and feel of how the horse's body and his back moves underneath you while you're riding. So it's definitely something that's worth trying out if you've never done it before. But it can be challenging because, of course, when you don't have a saddle, it's a lot harder to stay on the horse and to stay balanced and comfortable. So today I'm going to give you some tips to make that transition a little bit smoother for you. So my first tip is to stay safe when you're first getting started. Be smart about how you choose to get started with bareback riding. So what that means is maybe your green 3-year-old isn't the best horse for you to ride bareback on for the first time, or your super energetic horse, or your spooky horse. If possible, try to find a nice, calm, laid-back, reliable horse to get you comfortable with bareback riding when you're first getting started. And then also along with that, it's best to start in an enclosed area where there will be minimal distractions, such as an arena. You probably don't want to go riding off onto the trails or out in a field somewhere on your first few times until you're really comfortable riding bareback and your horse is comfortable as well. So be safe and be smart. My second tip is to go slow as you're getting used to riding bareback. It's going to feel a lot different than riding with a saddle. You'll notice a lot more movement from the horse's body, and your balance is going to feel a lot different. And of course, there's less holding you on the horse, so you're going to have to use your balance a lot more than you would with a saddle and with stirrups. So go slow, take your time. The first few times you ride bareback, you may even want to have someone lead your horse or lunge your horse so that you can just focus on feeling the motion of the horse's body and getting yourself comfortable with being bareback. Once you're a little more comfortable, you can go off on your own, starting again slowly, just walking and getting comfortable at the walk, feeling the horse's motion and adjusting to the differences. And then over time, you can go ahead and progress up to the faster gaits of the trot and canter. Always taking your time and being safe about what you do. My third tip is that you may want to consider using a bareback pad when you're first getting started. The bareback pad is going to give you a little bit extra grip and make it so that it's not so slippery sitting just on your horse's back. Just gives you a little extra grip, a little extra stability. It can also make things a little more comfortable if you have a horse that has really high prominent withers or a more narrow-backed horse. Having that pad can just make things a little more comfortable for you. If you've got a nice big wide-backed horse, then you might not need it, but it's something to consider when you're first getting started. My fourth tip is to consider your horse and your horse's back. If your horse has never been ridden bareback before, then again, go slow because it's going to take some time for your horse to adjust to the different feeling of you being directly on his back rather than having that saddle. And he may feel a little weird about it at first. So take your time and don't expect too much of him the first few rides. You also want to consider the strength of his back. And the reason for this is that when we ride with a saddle, the saddle takes our weight and distributes it more evenly across the muscles of the horse's back. Whereas when we're riding bareback, our weight is going directly onto the horse's back, and it's in more of a smaller area. It's not spread out as much. And because of that, your body and your weight is going to put more pressure on the horse's back than it normally would with a saddle. So if you have a horse that has a weaker back, or if you're newer to riding bareback and maybe you're just learning your balance, so you're going to be moving around more, bouncing a little bit, You might want to keep your sessions short so that you don't put too much strain on your horse's back. And you may even want to consider switching off between riding bareback one time and then riding with a saddle the next time. That way you're not wearing out your horse's back too much. As your horse gets stronger and you get more comfortable riding bareback, you can increase the length and the frequency of your bareback sessions. But definitely go slow in the beginning and give your horse that time that he needs to adjust and to build up the strength that he needs to support your weight bareback without the additional help of the saddle. And then my final tip is to have fun. Riding bareback is a great experience. It's a great way to connect more deeply with your horse. It's a great way to feel what your horse is doing underneath you. So take some time and really enjoy that, and really focus on how your horse's body is moving and how your body is moving with your horse and what exactly is going on with your horse underneath you. So definitely have fun with it and enjoy the experience. So I hope these tips help you get started with bareback riding and that you're able to have a fun experience trying something new with your horse. If you like this video, go ahead and give us a like and be sure to subscribe to our channel for more fun, educational, and inspiring videos. See you next time.